Hey guys, Ollie here from Local Knowledge. One of the questions we get a lot is what lure do we like for what fish? And I think everybody knows we love our Nomad lures. We've been fishing with them for quite a while now. We've even helped Damon with some input on some of the tweaks that we need for our local market. And they're just great all around lures. Very well made, great actions, some unique designs, and tons of finishes and sizes, which is very important in lures. So let me start off with, this little guy right here. He's brand new. It's a Riptide 105 Long Cast. This one is what we're using when we see bluefin on the surface busting on little tiny anchovies. It really mimics the bait and matches the hatch. This lure right here, later in the season, has been able to get bites from some of those picky bluefin that we wouldn't otherwise get. Also works great on yellowfin that are feeding on the same bait. The great thing about this lure is this lead weight you can see inside of it. This lure is extremely heavy for how small it is, so I could throw it on a bigger rod and reel, like this reel right here, which is kind of our go-to. It's a 5500 Slammer 3, and I can cast it a good distance and get it into those fish, but still keep that little profile. The other lure that is our go-to standby lure for everything is the Madscad. If you watch the show, you see us talking about it constantly. We've caught Dorado, tuna, yellowtail. I think just about everything that we've chased has eaten this thing, even striped marlin. So the Madscad, I like the 150 size, and this particular lure in this pattern, I love for Dorado. Anything that's got some pink in it, Dorado seem to be attracted to. And last year when we did our kelp patty episode, this thing was a Dorado magnet. If we weren't sure if anything was on that particular kelp, if there's any fish around, I'd throw this from the tower. If we didn't see something come out and chase it and it was usually a Dorado, we would just move on to the next one. The Madscad is deadly. It'll catch every species, but in particular, for whatever reason, Dorado can't say no to this thing. The other thing that you've seen us talk about and use on the show a lot is poppers. You can see these poppers have seen a couple of fish. This is the new Chug Norris in the 150 size. So they used to make a really big one, and they made this little 120, and we kept telling Damon, this is a little small and light for our application. We need something a little bit bigger. He responded. And this is the 150 Chug Norris. It's in the sardine pattern. As you can see, very local looking bait fish pattern. It definitely gets bit, as evidenced by the tooth marks on it. And it's just that right size between the light popper and the big popper. There are definitely times when we'll throw the 120. If you're fishing 10, 20 pound fish, and you don't need that long casting range, they really chew up this one as well. Great for yellowfin tuna, but again, every species in our water will pretty much eat this. Those are kind of my go-tos for my favorites. The Dorado, the tuna, the yellowtail, these are the lures that we like to use. They've served us well. I'm sure they'll work for you. If you like these kind of videos, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate your following, and you can let us know in the comments what else you'd like to see from us.